You gotta stand up and fight. Oh, you gotta stand up.
Yeah, man.
In person is so much more beautiful.
What up? What up? What up? Welcome to the world's dopest podcast, Marley State of Mind podcast. We're down here at a bunch of Bull Studios once again, like we are every week. You know, I got a few special guests in the house tonight. I'm allowed them to introduce themselves. We're gonna start from my left, go around the room one time.
My name's AGB Green out of Brownsville, Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm Jesse, owner of Bunch of Bull.
Mr. Bunch of Bull himself.
Usually hidden in the background somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like halfway cut off the camera, but
You got
Caleb,
Oh yeah, hold up.
I would
I'll
say.
fix that.
co-owner of
I had it fixed earlier.
Caleb off the camera. Y'all
Yeah.
can see his ripped jeans though.
Caleb co-host of the Stash Spot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Sensei DBS. If you want to look the music up, you know what I'm saying. We want.
Yeah, make sure y'all do that. Yeah, drop y'all socials on the people for one time too.
Yeah, drop your social security numbers for the people.
Social security numbers and current address.
No, I'm AGB Green on all platforms. Always getting bread, all platforms. Same thing everywhere. Feel me?
Yeah, it's Sensei DBS wherever you go. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed. And we're at a bunch of Bull Studios. How y'all feeling tonight, man? I'm glad y'all came to join me. We came doing something a little different. It's usually interview style, but now we're just kicking it with the boys. We're gonna chop it up. Current events and shit like that. You know, some pop culture, some pop news. You know, whatever boys is feeling tonight and shit. We'll just keep it moving like that. We smoking and grooving. You know, we got the Stash Spots on Friday now. Make sure y'all tune into that. We do the reviews, the different greenery. You know what I mean? They tell you the aromas and the scents and all that shit that you can get in the you know, different buds.
I'm secretly in the middle of pre-testing. Maybe not next weekend, but the weekend after's strains.
See, you don't be.
So this is
Pre-qualified.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit of a
He's trying.
behind the scenes footage for you guys.
He's trying to really learn to smoke.
Yeah, this boy really out here learning.
He's
Doing homework.
2 weeks prior taste test.
He doing his homework.
He do. I was about to say he takes do your homework seriously.
You got to in this situation. I mean, I think it's when you're passionate about shit, though, it's easier to like dive into it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, I think like one of my friends, we were talking about like just different forms of income and ways to earn different money. And he made a suggestion to me that he liked for me. And I'm like, bro, if I'm not passionate about it, like as soon as that shit start to tank or not do the right thing, like I'm gonna be out.
Yeah.
Like I feel what you're saying, but like
All your
I'm not
motivation
passionate,
will just be
yeah, it'll be done as soon as the shit start looking sour.
Yeah.
But if it's something I'm passionate about, it won't even matter. You know what I mean? What happens along the way? I'm gonna keep it pushing and keep it moving and make sure it don't fail.
Because you want it to work.
Because I want it to work. So I think, you know what I mean? So I'm passionate about bud culture too myself. You know what I mean? I love that shit. I've been fortunate enough to travel across the country and try different regions. You know what I mean? I think the Northwest for me really has some of the best buds. I think the weather's made for it because it rains a lot. And that's good for the plants. Like even like Northern Cali, that's where the cookies and all that shit come from.
Yeah, the bay and all that.
Yeah.
That area up there gets
this whole entire batch of or box of fucking backwoods was just fucked. Every seal just terrible. What the hell? I can't even
send them back. Backwoods, if y'all listening, man, y'all owe us
a million.
You feel me?
A million.
We take sponsorships now.
Okay.
Yeah, we need a rap sponsor for Fridays.
I smoke games, so if y'all listening, go ahead and send your boy some. Now that's an unpopular opinion around here too.
Sponsored by Katie Palm way back in the day, but I just didn't keep up with posting on social media. They used to send me full humidors of their.
For real? Yeah, we need to bring that back. Or raw. I smoke papers too. So what we be doing is me and my BN, we'll smoke papers during the week, and on the weekend we'll party and smoke L's, right?
Yeah.
Like just to try to conserve too. Like if
It's like a little treat.
we party, yeah.
You got a little treat.
Yeah, moderation's a motherfucker. I need to stop smoking these roads,
Man.
man. I be trying dibble and dabble with the raws and the hemps and all that, but But you know, I always get back to my habits.
Yeah, see, that's why we had a balance though. That's why we do, because you be craving the L sometimes, which lets you know that you're really just addicted to the tobacco and the shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, the way that shit punching you is just different than the paper. I say,
No, for sure, I agree.
What it is.
See, I feel like, and even in my case, I feel like it's worse for me because obviously I'm a vapor. Obviously, like y'all have seen me vape, puff this shit all fucking day. But even then, like smoking L's, that's kind of why like I try to stay away from it. The only time I really smoke L's is like when I'm here.
What you went with the homies?
Yeah.
Don't worry, whenever I get back in there and buy the money, I'm gonna make something the complete opposite of everything else.
But no, I'm usually I like glass, honestly.
Oh, you like bowls and bongs and shit.
Yeah, like I have a bong.
I'm gonna smoke blunts till I die.
It was a birthday gift, so it's kind of like one of those things. Like I always like try to like
Go
stay
back
like
to it.
yeah, take care of and just. It's what kept me away from being like, all right, let me go buy a pack of backwoods, let me go buy a pack of game,
and it's cheaper
like
too, right? Like,
yeah, honestly, because you don't.
How much are
I
L's
spend
now?
I spend $50.80, so it's always $51 when I go buy a box of backwoods, and that usually lasts me
with a bong. I just bought a week
for
and go home,
about
bro.
a week.
Like,
So $50 a week, $51 a week,
month.
and that's just the backwoods. That's not even what you put in
That's
it.
a
You
bill.
know?
That's all I'm gonna say is these backwoods is a real bill. Like Jesus,
We ain't gonna stop that.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna
But
stop
you heard
that.
him though. He's still trying to fuck with the papers and shit. That's what I'm saying. Like you could buy.
I be doing that mostly for health though. Like I be really trying to care about that shit.
like
too,
obviously,
Right.
obviously,
Yeah.
you're still inhaling a paper, so
Yeah.
like it's bad for you.
Yeah,
Like,
everything
but
is
it's not as
bad, but
much.
it's not
Yeah.
as
Bad.
bad chemically written or whatever the case may be.
I heard Wiz say some real shit about papers. He was like, "There's no certain general warning on papers." You know what I mean? That's the difference. Like there's no this product may give you cancer on the paper. So
But the joints is the cancerous part of the blunt, the inside or the outside?
like the
You feel what I'm
cancer
saying?
paper.
Yeah.
They used to freak blacks back in the day. You take the cancer paper out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
I
was
used to
in
do
the
that
Air
with
Force.
the ends of the big game greens.
Yeah.
Right
Yep,
at the end, they'd have that
Mhm.
strip.
Oh, yep.
Even
was
like
in
on
the Air
swishers,
Force.
there's like a little strip you can peel off right there.
Yeah,
where-
the extra piece,
Mhm.
where they glued the seam together.
Mhm.
I know all of them.
The whole
No, for sure.
This is an unpopular opinion. I don't like raw papers. Like
You don't-
I don't like
No.
any papers, bro. Papers are. Listen,
But
this
like,
is so weird. Like
with
just
paper
in
smokers in the
general,
room, like
I
they're just
cannot
one I
smoke
just-
cigarettes. They're harsh on my throat, but I can smoke.
Smoke them fucking cigars.
But I
like
can
a
smoke
cigarette.
those no problem. But it has a
That's crazy.
cigar paper
That's a
on it.
wild take. Yeah.
I can't smoke a
wild take.
joint, but I can smoke any type of tobacco paper. For some reason, just like a white bleached or unbleached or whatever it is, just like a white paper is harsh on my throat. But
It's probably
even
the
the rice
tobacco, too.
papers, even the gum rice
Yeah, that's
paper,
what
like
it is.
all the different, can't smoke a paper. But any tobacco leaf I can
I
smoke.
like the hemp papers. That's the
I've
favorite.
tried.
Yeah,
I
them are
can't.
cool.
That's the ones I like. I
Yeah.
don't like no.
I just
other-
don't like.
other ones.
I don't like the texture. I don't
The
like the way they
papers?
roll of raw papers.
Raw. Yeah, they are difficult. Like they're super.
Mhm.
But I fuck with them, bro. They burn slow. They usually don't run. Like that's usually.
Their owner's cool. He's
yeah,
cool
their
as
own
shit.
hella cool. My homie Hydro out in Vegas. What up, Hydro? Hope you checking us out tonight. He got a nice deal with Raw, and he's always doing different collaborations with them. Make sure y'all check out the homie Hydro from Vegas. He's a Vegas
Oh,
legend.
yeah.
Runs a
What we got?
used to run a dope.
We got Raymond Foster in here. What's
What
good?
up, baby?
What's
We
going on
got
with y'all?
Huncho
Everybody
in
doing
here.
this?
What's
He was
good,
real
my
cool.
man?
Huncho, you get that song? I didn't mix it or nothing. I just sent it to you raw as fuck. You feel me?
We got Huncho in the building. What's up, bro? What's going on with you? But yeah, man. So that's a look. We got into a little conversation about, but this turns into Stash Spot, the sequel, by mistake. I'm just doing what we do. But yeah, no, I don't think it's nothing wrong with papers, bro. Like, I feel like if I can get a few packs of papers for $5, there's like 30 something papers in there, bro.
Even that one pack of papers is good. One pack of papers is gonna last you at
Oh, it's
least.
definitely gonna last.
I would say at least 2 weeks, 2.5
I'm trying to be
weeks.
fiscally responsible.
Yeah.
But like you said, even grabbing a bowl, like
Like I said,
Like, I
you
don't-
grab the weed and go home, bro.
Yeah.
That's it.
I
Bowl
keep
break.
I keep a bowl too.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of smoke you got in here?
That's some homie down the street. I don't know what it is. This is the thing. Let me tell y'all a
That's some
secret.
homie down the street.
Let me tell y'all a secret. I never subscribe to the names if you're just getting it from whomever. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why.
They be changing it.
I had a homie who was like the guy that people used to go to, right? And I was like, "What's this?" He was like, "Bro," he's like, "I call it whatever." He was like, "If it looked like grapes or got like a grape scent to it, I'll call it grape Kool-Aid." Like, you know what I mean? That's not to say that's what he said, but basically that's what he said. You know what I mean? So ever since I heard that, like, if I don't get it from like the source, like the real growers that actually know where it came from, like, or at the dispensary itself, like, I'm not.
It's just some bud.
It's just some.
Just some,
You know what I mean? But,
You know what I
Yeah.
think's crazy about weed? And when I say this, I don't mean romantically, but weed is like a universal love language.
it is, bro.
Because like you
It's the
can
peace
be like the most gangster hood person ever. And there could be some super nerd outside smoking a blunt. But if the blunt smells like some gas,
Yeah.
guaranteed they strike up a conversation.
Hell yeah.
And that blunt gets passed, and motherfuckers, even if it's just for that 5 to 10 minutes, motherfuckers are cool.
Yeah.
Like everything's cool.
Oh,
If
man,
not-
it's a great icebreaker.
If not a friend, like a friendly interaction.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great icebreaker, bro. How many times you been at a party, don't know nobody in the party, but you know, you lighten up. Now you got friends. You know what I mean? Like now there's new friends.
Yeah.
Like there's you feel me? Like
And I'm
We're
always
in the
that
conversation.
person.
yeah,
You've seen how I was in Butler. Like I'm always, every time we go somewhere, I got my sling bag with me. I got a pack or two of backwoods in there, like 2 quarters on me, and you're just gonna catch me in the background somewhere, like fucking.
yeah, legend. For sure. No. Hell yeah. Damn, it definitely turned into a stash spot type conversation. Like, but I don't, you know what I mean?
like what's emotionally like deal with usually? Like I caught a few, but like
It's you.
Usually it's
usually
just
interviews.
interviews.
just
Yeah.
interviews.
In artist interviews. You know, we like to explore the experience of the artist.
We can essentially look at this as like Marley interviewing the guys behind the scene. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. And we just kicking it. We having a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you said we're gonna touch on like culture, like pop culture. How you
Pop
feel
culture.
about this?
I was
Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick.
okay. That's something different. We'll talk about that first.
Yeah. How you feel about that Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick ordeal?
I think it's fun.
It's definitely fun.
It's always fun whenever dope artists do this type of thing. I think it's exciting.
I feel like it was a publicity stunt that Kendrick Lamar got caught up in, and now he's upset about it.
I don't think I wouldn't say a publicity stunt because you know it was a future track. You know it's going to be huge.
Not even.
I think he knew it was going to get a reaction because of who he is and who they are. You know what I mean? And he's known for that. Kendrick's always done that since the beginning of his career. He's got a monster freestyle where he names everybody. You know what I mean? Very, very early on that Kanye Monsters track, he got a freestyle where he's talking about everybody, like whoever's in the industry, talking about he chops them. You know what I mean? Kendrick's an MC, so he loves boasting and, you know what I mean, getting people, and it really be motivational for the people he's talking about. Like, come on, like make some good music. Like, you know, give the people what they want. And I think that's dope, especially because he's brave enough to do that and he's confident enough in himself to do that, because you got to have a lot of confidence to take that on, especially when you're talking about artists of the caliber of J. Cole and Drake, especially J. Cole right now. J. Cole's got a kill streak going on right now. Every track that J. Cole's been a part of, featured on, or dropped recently, all people do is talk about J. Cole.
See, and I feel like when I say publicity stunt, I'm not saying they were taking shots at Kendrick Lamar or anything like that, but I feel like they were kind of like, you know, on this run of like, oh, everybody talks about how we're the 2 of the big 3, you know what I mean? They just kept hyping that up, but then they kept bringing up like the big 3. They just kept mentioning Kendrick, and they're like, hey man, I don't got nothing to do with this. So like, are we being for real about this, or like? Because I felt like it was kind of like a big bro situation versus like a little brother. Like there was like the 2 big brothers trying to be like, hey man, you're good, but you're not us. You know what I mean?
No, but I think they were complimentary. Like
it was definitely complimentary for sure. But
I think that shows. I think
like
that shows how scared they are of Kendrick's, because they're mentioning him in a song that he hasn't even had nothing to do with.
And then
what you think about the follow up behind it? Like you seen like Rick Ross and
yeah.
and the Nav or whatever.
And I see that wouldn't have happened.
And he said,
if
Rick Ross said it got me
respond.
ready to start cooking beef.
Yeah, if Kendrick didn't
You know what I mean?
respond, that wouldn't have happened. Everything would have just went hunky dory, fine, whatever, you know. And then it would have just been what it was. You know what I'm saying? It was just all how.
But what is Kendrick responding to?
I feel like Kendrick responded to an aspect of like, hey man, like he said,
He's
he
trying
was
to
like,
say
there
his first person shooter.
yeah,
He's
he
trying
was
to
like,
say
there
he's
is, he
not.
was like,
I seen.
he was like,
I
at this
seen-
point,
Go ahead.
he was like, at this point, there's three of us. You know what I mean? Everybody for years has been talking about there's three of us. There's three of us. There's three of us. There's three of us that are at the very top of it. You know what I mean? Like in their own lanes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now at this point, who?
What
I feel
up,
like
Bobby?
I feel like
Bobby, what up, though?
Kendrick's kind of throwing the topic in the air of now who's the better of the three of us.
See, I seen some shit that like, see, thing about
Future's just there to hype it up. Metro Boomin's just there to hype it up. But like,
see, I think Future, Metro Boomin got some shit going on in the clubs or something with Drake. Like that's really probably about some girls.
no, there's backstory to why like
Yeah, Future
and
Drake are
Kendrick-
close.
But Kendrick, on the other hand, like that's really some. I think it's
that's what I'm
totally
saying.
unrelated.
There is no behind the scenes beef. It's not like,
Nah.
oh, he don't like them or nothing like that.
I seen Drake. See, we miss songs. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
we don't.
for sure.
We don't.
There were other shots.
There was
thrown.
other shots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like on like For All the Dogs, he was like the song. Kendrick had a video where he was acting like Kobe, right?
Mhm.
Like he was morphing into all these people, and Drake was like, "You're not Kobe Bryant to us." Like it's way more than that.
Right,
I just don't remember the whole video.
Right.
But
no.
like at
I
the
feel
he's
like-
like, "You're not Kobe Bryant to us," but it was a whole verse saying Kendrick, "You're not him." Like you feel me? Like
In my
That's a good point because Drake is known for that, and I didn't even think about that aspect of that. Right, so that's definitely a good point because not Kendrick, but Drake is known for dropping subliminal disses,
Super subliminal.
like Jay-Z
shit.
shit, because that's Jay's done that for years. Drop these subliminals, and
It'll
that's
take
really
you
old
months
school.
to realize that that's
Yeah.
the type of shit he was
Kanye
saying.
was like, it's like war when Drake drops. When you're in a battle, he's
yeah,
like, Kanye,
he did
it's
say
war.
that.
He's talking about crept down the block and called
But
your
see,
wife.
Yeah,
He's like,
and this is
yeah,
why
that's what he said on that Travis Scott joint. The
Drake,
what was the
sicko mode.
sicko mode, bro. He said, and it took me for Kanye to say it for me to think about it. What did he say? He described how to get to Kanye's crib from his crib, like on the song, and that's why it's like people like us don't know what he's talking about. But if you're in them circles, you know exactly like, oh, he's saying,
no,
you know what I mean?
but
Yeah,
I feel like
he's devious.
the reason I back Kendrick so hard in this situation is because I feel like at the end of the day, J. Cole,
this one
What's-
tastes like some
Yeah,
pineapple.
what'd you roll up?
J. Cole
Take
should have
a
knew
little
better,
Clover
in my
gumbo.
personal opinion. Like because at the end of the day, you know how this rap shit works. As a genuine artist,
Who should
like
know better?
J. Cole.
Oh.
Think about it. Think about what you just said. Drake is a very, very, very subliminal person. You know what I mean? Like he'll be on tracks with people where you don't even know he's saying something. Like you just said. You know what I'm saying?
But to his
But-
defense, and I don't even mean, but
Yeah,
Drake's the
no,
only
go ahead.
person you can even say that's really coming at people though. That's been in beefs, like
Right.
real rap beefs. Like J. Cole ain't never did it. I don't remember Kendrick doing it. Remember Future doing it. I don't remember Rick Ross. Well, Rick Ross did it with
Rick Ross
Birdman.
definitely,
Yeah,
Rick
Ross was
had
into
it.
the shit.
Yeah, we had the joint with
But he's
50.
older.
We had the
You feel
joint
me?
with 50 too, though. Back
Yeah,
then.
he's older. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Ross
I
from a
feel like
different
at this
generation.
point-
He's gonna stay relevant.
J. Cole has touched on the topic too many times to be neutral. He's touched on that big three topic too many times to be neutral. Because like when you got to think when J. Cole's on a verse of his own or when he's on a feature with somebody, he talks crazy.
But
Like-
that's what you're supposed to do as
And
an
that,
MC.
yeah, as you
And
should.
that's
as
his
an
lane.
artist.
Like he's saying, like I'm the best. He feels like he's the best, and that's what you're going to do. You're going to boast about being the best. And any rapper who's a rapper's rapper, like that's what their subject matter is talking about how dope they are, and that just happens to be like J. Cole's, you know what I mean, subject matter. He talks about how dope he is typically, you know what I mean, as a rapper.
Yeah, that's what he's on.
That's what he's on.
Like,
So, of course, he's going to have that type of. Of course, he's going to have those type of bars for people, but Drake's is different. His is like
best.
no, but his like he's
Song
dropping those
maker.
subliminals. Like he's dropping some shit like we was at restaurant so and so, and these niggas like, damn, we was at that restaurant. Like
yeah.
basically like the drill shit. Like niggas be saying,
My man
more
Trade
stuff
up in the
luxury
building.
drill.
What's good,
That's
my
what- that's
man?
what
He
it's like,
said
though.
Young
Them niggas-
Thug, the best artist alive.
Young Thug. I'm gonna tell you something about Young Thug, bro. It took me till I seen Young Thug's Tiny Desk until I became a Young Thug fan.
Yeah.
Because I never got it. But I seen that Tiny Desk performance, and that's one of the top Tiny Desk performances.
Why you keep handing it to me? He's right next to me.
Well, I don't know who it goes to.
Yeah, he's just trying to keep the. Man, he spazzed about it. He was mad.
But not because
He's tired of
earlier-
leaning.
Shit.
He tired of getting that. But no, I feel like Young Thug is official for sure. I fuck with Doug for real. And he puts out some crazy joints. Is he the best ever? I don't know. I wouldn't say that, but
All right, so
Man,
we
he's definitely dope for
he's
sure.
definitely a creative artist.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Like he's definitely a pioneer. He's not
100%.
one of my favorites,
Yeah.
but he's definitely inspired a lot of music, even my
100%.
music.
Yep.
Even just be having the courage to do some different shit.
Yep.
Like I never heard people do what he was doing.
Mhm.
Maybe I'm just naive to what people were doing.
Yeah.
But
No, he's definitely an
you know what I'm
innovator for
saying?
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
he
But-
said with a songwriter or with no songwriter is the question to ask.
What's that? One more time?
I feel like
Like-
the most creative artist without a songwriter is Kanye West.
Yeah, with a songwriter.
Think about
or
how
without
Kanye
a
works with people who
songwriter.
collaborate on songs.
Yeah.
Though.
He always has writers with
Yeah,
him.
he collaborates.
He always has writers.
Valid.
This is the thing. I think
Old Kanye though.
I think they all do at that
But
level.
I'm not
though.
one of those people.
Like,
that
they
was
all
oh,
start
he
to.
made.
But they'll put that in the credits. They'll tell you that.
this is what I think about that. I think if you're an artist who prides himself or presents yourself to be an artist and you write all your own shit, then you should be that.
Who do you think writes all their own shit though?
Kendrick definitely is writing all
Kendrick.
of his own shit.
Okay.
Cole's definitely writing all of his own. Like the people that say that
Them is a real rapper MC.
that's what I'm
niggas,
saying.
though.
If you're
feel
one
me?
of those guys that boast to be that,
That's what I'm
then
saying.
you want to
Yeah.
do that.
But
You
Drake-
wanna know-
somebody like Drake.
Drake's not.
Drake's not a rapper though. He's a pop artist at the end of the day.
But Drake will
That's
tell
what
you.
I said.
He's
in,
a pop
That's
star.
what
in
I
the
said.
song, if he wrote it
I think,
himself.
yo,
pop
that's
stars,
crazy. I said
pop
that
stars,
2 days ago.
Pop stars have writers. Beyonce's not writing her joints, and nobody
Yeah.
gives a damn.
Most of the time, you
We
can
don't have
check
these
who wrote it though.
conversations.
It's like if you care to do it,
Right.
it's like you could check who wrote the song.
Yeah,
Like
100%.
like there's
They'll tell
10
you.
writers on it or one.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, it'll tell you right in the metadata. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Joyner Lucas is really good.
Yeah,
Joyner
Joyner
Lucas,
fire, yeah.
He's underrated. I don't bump him, but I get it. You feel
Yeah,
me?
no,
Yeah.
Joyner Lucas fire.
I kind of fell off like being one of his fans. Like I like his earlier work, but I don't like as it kind of like
got more mainstream, you
yeah.
start falling. That's what happens with me with a lot of artists. Like I used to fuck with Jack Harlow early when he was
Yeah.
just a dork. And then as soon as he switched up his whole style, I'm like, yeah, I can't.
Unfortunately, that happened with me
Can't
for
even
Joey
buy
Badass too. Like I was just like, man, like
I don't think Joey Badass ever made the crossover to me.
he never went mainstream, but like once he started like progressing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could kind of see like rap didn't go on the back burner, but he kind of like turned the knob on it, you know what I'm saying? Which is like, all right, now I'm doing modeling, I'm working with companies, this, that, and it when it comes to the money, you know what I mean? More
You gotta
power.
respect the
Yeah,
shit.
absolutely. I'm not gonna take that away from you.
But no, to the original question though, like I'm not mad at someone who has right because you got to think about it. Like if you're Drake, you're busy as fuck. Like you got a lot of shit going on. You probably don't have time just to write a project like in the timeline that you needed to write a project because you're doing other shit. And he's not presenting himself. He's a pop star. He wants to be the biggest star. He don't care about being the best rapper. As far as I know, I don't think that.
Yeah, I don't know. My problem, I don't know. There's like a small part of me that feels like for the amount of money that they get paid and for the amount of like shit that ends up like going well with their lives after those types of like things, you should have to write your own music or write your own.
Yeah, but
lyrics.
sometimes it's the companies that paying them that's giving them the writers.
And writers,
Yeah.
and that's a writer's livelihood because
Right.
everybody's not even made to
Right.
jump on front of the camera and start
That's
singing
the other
songs.
point. That's
Think
a
about
great
it.
I
point.
mean, yeah, I feel
That's what I was
that.
about to get at next. Like sometimes it provides opportunities. Like imagine I'm on per se, and I'm like,
You're
damn,
right.
I'm like Sensei, like bro, I don't have time to write this, but you trying to get a couple dollars? Here, let me, and that might be his step in the door. That'd be a big song. He got the writer credit now. I hooked the homie up in a, you know what I mean, in a
Yeah, but I just think it's fucked up that there's people that don't write their own shit that make a shit ton of money, and then there's people that do write their own shit that is still extremely good.
Yeah.
And get paid next to nothing.
Yeah, but I mean that's anything.
That's a matter of promotion. That's a matter of like marketing.
That's just
and
business. That's
like,
just that's just commerce in general. Like that'd be like saying like, because I always get mad when people say like teachers should get paid more than NBA players do. Like, well, when people start paying $1,500 to watch teachers teach, then they'll get paid more. I can't be mad because the bar down the street doesn't make the same amount that this bar does. Like this bar is able to produce the income. That's commerce. That's economy. That's how it works. You can't be mad. There's a product there that has demand. These people aren't getting money that they aren't that they're not earning. You know what I mean? So the same could be said for the artist. Like if it's out there for you, it's out there for you. You can never be mad at the next man for making his because he's got a better business model. And that's, you know, I mean, that's what that is at the end of the day for me. Like, I can't be mad at a basketball player that he makes more than a teacher, even though a teacher might have a harder job or more important job, depending on how you look at it. You know what I mean? It's just business.
Law of economics. I mean, supply and demand.
Right.
What are you willing to pay this teacher versus this dude who's about to have 1 billion jersey sales?
Right.
He's about to make you 1 billion.
Right. And then the other people aren't screaming about the owners. They're the real ones robbing everybody. They're getting billions of dollars, and they ain't doing nothing.
I know, but I'd be pissed about that shit too.
That's what I was just telling you earlier. We were in here watching a video. It was just like about two shoe store salesmen, just like kind of like one was in there buying shoes from the other when he was trying to like get deals, buy as many shoes as he could and everything. And I told bro, I was like, yo, if we went over like to West California where they're at, you'd make a killing, man.
Right.
But it's just a matter of our economy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, location. That's another part of economy. Like, that's supply and demand, right? So we're here
because, like, you know, everybody in here got a job. You know what I mean?
Right.
At the end of the day, we all got to wake up early in the morning on Monday. We all got to do everything that we got to do to pay everything that we got to pay.
Yeah, make ends meet. Yeah.
And fucking motherfuckers just ain't got the money to spend on like custom shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And motherfuckers ain't got the money to spend on studio time, this, that, and the third. Even if they're one of the most diehard music fans, you know, man. Like even us, you know what I'm saying? Like
that's a real thing.
We're all heavy into music. We could all sit here and talk about music till our fucking heads pop off. But like I just said, we all got work in the fucking morning. You know, not in the morning. Happy belated or early Easter, everybody.
Happy Resurrection Day.
Yeah. So we've been talking about this shit all week. But what is your take? And what is your take on the infamous The Diddler? Did he do it?
You don't want to hear my take because I don't be thinking like that regular shit. Like
that's a buck nasty.
I be thinking like when you're rich and you got to deal with different shit like that. I mean, I believe he probably did some flawed shit. I think everybody be doing weird shit for real, like everybody. But that shit's weird if he was human trafficking. That's different. Whatever, you know what I mean? But all this shit to start coming out after he's about to sue that big liquor company. Yeah. Them people that got all that money.
Niggas wasn't selling. So
why
they was selling?
Look. This what I say. This what I say. Why wouldn't everybody be mad already? Like it's not like we're saying he was just selling coke or selling weed or something. Like nah, they're saying he was trafficking and having girls, 15 young girls at parties. Like nah, that's weird. Like there would be people that would have been like he's weird. Like a lot of people. So I don't know. You feel me?
I don't necessarily know this is true, but like the only two people off the top of my head that I can think of that are still like either around or alive that were around Diddy in the early like late 80s or 90s or like the late 80s or like early 90s is fucking Jennifer Lawrence and Mace. And everybody already knows how fucking Mace feels about him. He's making it very known on his podcast.
Yeah, but
and then J-Lo had a case with him. Think about that.
Oh, you mean J-Lo? You said Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, I keep saying Jennifer Lawrence. I don't know why I keep saying
you said Jennifer Lawrence.
I know. I was like, no, I said that shit the other day, and they said the same thing. Like, who? And I was like, or not who, but like you was like, what?
No, I don't know, man.
How you feel about
it? Man, I don't know, man. Like I was saying earlier, like I feel like there's such an attack on black celebrities at times. Our culture, especially when there's things going on the opposite side, on the other side of the culture, where like white celebrities, like all this Nickelodeon shit just came out recently, right?
Yeah, I be seeing all that kind of stuff.
That's crazy.
They're richer though. They be richer than them.
That's what I'm saying. But anytime those situations, I'm gonna give you a couple examples of that same thing that happened, right? So whenever all that Harvey Weinstein shit happened, remember Harvey Weinstein?
Not really. He hung himself.
No, that's somebody different. That's another one. I'm gonna get to that one too.
That's Jeffrey Epstein.
I'm gonna get to that one too. So whenever Harvey Weinstein, this is what I mean.
I remember the name.
He's a big Hollywood executive.
Yeah,
and he was taking advantage of a lot of people. As soon as around the time that shit happened, that Bill Cosby shit spurred up, and it's always like some deflection type shit. So whenever I be seeing black celebrities go through that, man, I be wanting to hold judgment until you know what I mean. Like what they be saying when the cops be beating up on the black folks, like, oh, let's just hold judgment until we get all the facts.
I seen a comment.
Hold judgment until I get all the facts. But we have heard this. We've heard a lot of slimy deals with Diddy. We heard a lot of behavior. 50's been saying this about Cam. I don't know if y'all remember when Cam and Mace was beefing back in the day. Cam used to always say this type of shit about Diddy and Mace. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to get too deep into
Mace
it.
don't fuck with him either. At this point,
Mace has some crazy charges in Atlanta.
Bro, the things Diddy and Usher used to,
Some crazy ones.
Like,
so I mean, y'all can look them up for yourself.
there's just way too many fucked up shits that I've heard that it's kind of hard to not be true at this point.
I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire, right? And the thing is, typically the feds don't just run down on you unless they got something. It's not the.
I thought they ran down because of the dude getting caught with drugs, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, that was after the house is getting raided.
I think it happened the same day.
No, that was they raided because the
day.
dude said he had information or something, and he gave him info. Like I was watching it, like
You're right.
you know what I mean, like, and then
Yeah, he claimed.
So, like,
he
what is
claimed
it
to be the
about?
mule. He claimed to be a drug mule for Diddy.
exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't have enough of the facts to really make a
Me neither.
informed,
because you know there are,
informed opinion, and I don't want to say something and sound like an asshole later. When
because you know there are people
when
that
shit
will really
clears.
take it to that level for fame too.
I think he's going to get caught for something because niggas always do something.
yeah, you know he's up to something.
If you're really dodging like you're dodging, you know what I'm saying? There, like you got something to hide. At the end of the
he's
day,
got money.
whether
I think
whether
it'd
it
be
be
too
what they're
hard for
trying to
P.
get
Diddy
you
to be
for
doing
or
some
something else,
human
you're hiding
trafficking,
something. If you're genuinely avoiding them people and you don't want to talk to them, no matter any circumstance,
I would never want to
But
talk.
you don't.
to
Yeah,
him.
you should
Yeah,
talk
that's
to him.
fair.
You should.
Ever.
But like even then,
He
like
pays a lot of money, a lot of lawyers for them to have those
that's
conversations.
what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying.
would
But
never
even then,
wanna
if you're
talk-
not even trying to take it to there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you still gotta, at least get to them. You gotta let them get to you for you to even announce, hey, I'm not doing nothing without my lawyer in front of me. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
but you don't though. If you're on that level, bro, like you don't have to be in any of those rooms. You pay a guy a lot of money to be there for you. Any of those.
We
rooms.
just don't. We don't know. Yeah,
Do you
he's
believe
up.
in the whole? They said he sent one plane one direction and like stayed wherever he
I don't
was
know.
or
I don't
went.
know.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying, bro. I can't.
The more that story changes and like the more that story tries, like people try to add detail to it and shit like that, I'm like, I'm starting not really to like. There was a video where like it was actually him, but he's like pacing in front of an airport, like you could tell.
Man, and that's the other thing. We live in an age of AI. You know what I mean? And so much misinformation people post on social media and shit like that, and not really citing their sources.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of this. I'm gonna tell you this. Anytime you get some information, make sure you check that shit out for yourself. Don't go by hearsay.
That's the one good thing Twitter has is the fact check shit.
What do y'all think about the driver of that boat that wrecked into the bridge was Ukrainian?
Was he Ukrainian?
That's what
They
they
said
say.
the power
That's what
went
they-
out, though.
That's what they say. That's
They
what
had
I
a
leave it
picture of his
as.
license.
I don't.
Man.
That could be anybody, bro.
I'll tell you this, bro. I'll tell you some shit how I feel about this, and this is completely conspiracy on my behalf. I don't know if any of these to be true. He already told you. You don't want to be doing.
I was gonna do it one
goddamn
time.
shit.
I started coughing. I was like, man, the joke ain't gonna be funny no more. So let me just pass it to.
Look, if it was some terrorists, why wouldn't he do it at a heavier time?
Why
You
would
know
they
that's
announce
a- you
themselves?
know that-
They would announce themselves. If it
that
was
bridge connected to
Yeah,
one of
like,
the
why
biggest
wouldn't they do
ports in Maryland, and there was only like 2 other ways you can get to it. I think it increased the drive from like the people that live on the other side of that bridge from that like where the people work at
Oh,
the
it's a
port.
bridge, yeah.
It
I mean, that's the whole
increased it,
point of
like,
bridges.
He said,
because-
You think
"Oh,
that
it's
was
the
tactical?
bridge."
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's a
You think
bridge.
that was
That's
like
the
something
whole purpose of the bridge.
If it was strategized because that's a like if you even watch
It's a
the
major.
video.
It's a major port.
If you
It
even
shuts
watch
down.
the video of everything happening, bro, all it was like cargo trucks and everything going across that bridge and everything.
This is what I think about that shit, bro. We have a president currently who's running on infrastructure. His biggest
No,
life
we have a
alert.
president that's currently running on Depends, apple juice.
Hold on, that's what I'm gonna get to. Well, his biggest policy right now, his biggest sticking point is infrastructure. And since he's been in office, 2 bridges that I know of, and maybe more, have collapsed. One being in Pittsburgh, not too far from us. The Fern Hollow Bridge collapsed, and he made his stance. He came here and he spoke about infrastructure.
And the most important
Now this bridge fell, and I watch the news every morning, and they had the they had the transportation the head of transportation, which is Pete Buttigieg, which that name is so hilarious to me. Pete Buttigieg. I hope you watched it someday. Yeah, do you not know this dude?
No.
Oh man. So Pete Buttigieg ran for president last election. He was a Democrat who ran in a Democratic Party primary.
Excuse me, President Booty Judge.
Bro, this is the kicker. He's also homosexual. Like, you can't make that shit up, bro. Like, that shit's hilarious as hell. This nigga's name's Booty
They're
Judge.
making that
I'll
shit
be
up.
the judge of that
I had a
booty.
twitch in my neck.
That's just real shit. Anyway,
Sorry.
Booty
but
judge.
he came on air and he said,
Man.
the president, this is why we're running on infrastructure, because we want to ensure that when this happens, those bridges don't collapse. Nigga, what the fuck does that have to do with infrastructure? The bridge got hit by a
But-
goddamn boat.
Yeah,
Nigga, there ain't no stopping that. That don't have nothing. It's not because the infrastructure wasn't proper. It's because that boat ran into that bitch. But they're still trying to run that. So I'm saying, not saying that they're doing this shit intentionally, but it's kind of convenient that these things are happening while he's running his platform on this, and we're in election season. You feel me? So I'm not saying that that's what's going on. And government, if you're watching, please, I'm not trying to spark any rumors. I probably
Government.
already said, but you know, I mean, I think it's convenient and it's interesting. If you believe in coincidences, you do. I don't. I also don't believe in the moon landing. How do y'all feel about that?
I think it happened.
Yeah, I
think
believe.
it happened?
I believe
I'ma
we
tell you
went
why I
to the
didn't.
moon one time.
I love how you said that. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna tell you how it didn't happen.
like you was waiting on the shuttle. They was just like, all right, bro, everybody
didn't
get
have
off.
to.
We was just on for the
Even if
picture.
it
You was
didn't,
like,
It doesn't
What?
affect me in no way, shape, or form in my way of thinking.
It should, though. It
Why?
should in this way, because now you're informed that your government will lie to you.
Oh, I already know that.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
already know that.
Yeah, your government will lie to you.
Humans lie.
Yeah. Oh, 100% they lie.
Humans lie. I'll lie to you.
I'm
You
still
know what I'm
laughing
saying?
off of
Straight up.
it.
Yeah.
If it was that serious,
Yeah.
shit.
And the moon land's pretty serious.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know.
Why is it serious though? Like I don't know.
We were in the
Genuinely
middle
ask.
of a space war, kinda.
We're in the
What are
middle
we-
of a space
Not
race.
necessarily a space
What's going
force,
on
space
though? in
race.
space-
Yeah.
like, what am I missing? Like, what do they want to land in space for? To test things? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are they about to do?
No, that
What-
was
Do you want to know like why they're going to space? Like, what is even a purpose? Because you're hoping to find out things about our planet by going into the other planet. Is what they say, but I don't believe that we've ever.
I
been
bet
to
it's
space.
like to find other habitable places. Like,
That too.
Some, whatever, you know what I mean? I don't
Yeah,
know.
in case we need a plan B.
you a flat
Yeah,
earther.
but it's like,
I heard
You a flat earther.
No.
I heard
No,
Mexican
I'm not
OT say he thinks NASA was because wasn't NASA like originally in the water at first? Like they were in like a sea company.
No.
No.
Oh, well, he
NASA
said-
was built off of a bunch of Nazis
oh,
that
Wow.
we stole. A bunch of Nazi scientists that we stole.
did the people make it back?
Yeah, they made it back. Supposedly they ain't go, but yeah, they made it
Yeah, I
back.
don't know. Because like, why ain't they go again?
But they do have an
go
underwater.
We
Um,
can't go to space. We can't go
Like-
to the moon right now.
they have an
portion of the
underwater
Exactly, because we've never
branch.
been able to go.
Yeah, that's
No,
what
You feel me? Like that's why I'm about to tell y'all
replica.
why.
of the space station and all kinds of other shit that they do training in.
You think people be in there testing shit?
No, we think that like they just go down there and film shit and claim that they're on the moon while they're filming shit or
Oh,
that they're
okay,
in
so-
space. That's how you get the
Oh, you don't
whole.
believe they been? Oh, you said you believe they went.
Yeah, I believe that they. But I.
So this is what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give y'all some real spill facts that I didn't even have to be there for. So we recently just got cell phone service within the last few years, right?
Yeah.
We recently got
You're
cell
about
phone
this,
service,
Yeah, I already know what you're gonna say.
and we recently got this technology that we have now. Now, whenever they did the flight to the moon, they had real time feed from the moon to Earth. They were talking to them as it was happening in real time. Now, if I go to certain parts of Pennsylvania, bro, I don't get service. Now, today, present day, with the
I go to
technology we have now,
If I go to
Yeah,
Brownsville, I don't have service.
you don't have service. You go 10 miles down the
You
road,
go
you
on a
don't-
plane, you don't have service.
bro. How the hell did they have a live feed from the moon in the 60s? Make that make sense.
Make this
I
make
mean,
sense.
that could have just been a satellite phone.
if they've never been to space,
I mean, that's
With
possible.
real time, like as soon as you say it, I hear it. No delay, no nothing,
if they
bro. We
make-
can't. We got a delay on the shit we got right now.
if they've never been to space, who
They
made
didn't
zero
have our
gravity?
technology. That's the first part. The second part is this. They filmed them landing on the moon. Who was filming them landing on the moon, bro? Who were the people filming it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who were those people that got there before the people that got there first?
The cameraman.
And this is the 60s. This is back when cameras were heavy as
I'm
hell,
good
bro.
on that one.
This is when cameras were big. It's not the cameras we got now, bro. These are big ass. Who was filming?
Who was the president?
Oh, that's a fucking great question.
Because he's a loony bin for letting that air.
I want to say it was Nixon.
I mean, it worked. I guess. I think it was a war tactic.
I'm mad at myself for not knowing the answer. That's a.
They say
great
the
question.
picture of the
I want to say it was Nixon.
they say the picture of the boot on like the moon and the
I bet
picture
it
in the
was
boot
Nixon.
that they got like that's a part of the astronaut suit that's like in the museum. They say it's not the same tread.
Yeah,
like
that shit ain't happen. Yeah, you're right.
I bet it was Nixon.
The Nixon administration was crazy altogether.
Nixon
That's
crazy.
when America was like, oh, you said anything about anything? Let's we got a problem about that.
Tricky Dicky, bro. The nigga got kicked out of office on some fugazi shit, Watergate scandal and shit. So that already lets you know. But those are the two main reasons why. And people often, whenever I bring these up, some people say that they drop the cameras first before there's no gravity. How the fuck you drop something in no gravity? It just floats. It wouldn't have landed perfectly for them to catch the ant.
It wouldn't have even dropped. It would have the moment they
How
let
many
it go,
people
like
were
unless they
supposed-
threw
how
it
many
in that
people
direction.
made it.
But then it would have continuously
How many
always
people
went.
Yeah, and
How
it
much
would
they
just
do?
hit
There's
the
no
ground.
gravity,
Bro.
so it's
There was
just
only two on the video.
continuous.
Yeah, it would have just hit the ground.
Okay.
Unless it wasn't going towards anything, and then it would have just kept drifting.
Yeah,
off
but I'm
into
saying
space.
like if they were like, all right, we're about
There
to
might have been
land, let's
only
get out
one
and
in the
throw
video.
it, like to get the
You feel me?
camera
Like,
down there,
yeah.
it would have just hit the ground and then bounced.
The one nigga was just like, I'm behind the scenes, man.
But no, I'm really curious. Like,
So Apollo 11 was launched on July 16th, 1969 at 8:32 a.m.
They got there in one
Commander Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins, and Buzz Aldrin.
I ain't
Three
never
first.
heard of Buzz.
But well, that's where they
Buzz
get
is the main one.
the Buzz from Toy Story. That's where he gets his name from, Buzz
Wow.
Aldrin.
I just now like had the kind of
I
like
did
the
hear
thought
about-
of like, yo, why is the moon the only planet like we can get to without it taking fucking
Because
years and years? Yeah, but like it's just
'Cause
like
it's not
every
a
other
planet.
planet. Every other planet we can't go
It's
to.
not a planet.
yeah, it's not a planet.
Oh,
the moon.
yeah, fair, valid.
So like
I'm high.
But we supposedly send things to other planets, though. We have like
the Mars rover.
yeah, exactly. We send like robots and like drones.
Do you-
supposedly?
I don't think anybody like. I think a lot of people might want to go to space, but like the risk is probably just so
Would you live on
ridiculous.
if they actually colonized a different planet? Would you go?
I'm cool if I'm
I'd
good here.
visit.
I'll take the
wouldn't
risk
live
if we're
there,
not
but
going to
I'd
be
visit.
good here. But if other than that,
No, I'd visit. I'm not going to live there, but
Once
I'd
upon a
for sure
time-
go there.
Cool,
and, like,
I
Yeah,
visit.
but the problem is a visit would be like, in order to get from here to Mars, would probably take like fucking 5 years.
Let me give you a warning.
I'm cool off that shit.
Once upon
You know
a
what I
time,
mean?
a boat came
Crazy.
over to Africa, and they were like, "Y'all want to go take a trip to some unknown land?" That boy was like, "Yeah, I'll
Damn,
go check it
I
out."
didn't even. Damn,
Like,
never
I
mind.
ain't gonna be the slave, the Mars slave.
Yeah, I'm cool off all that shit.
Could you imagine
They're
being
saying
stuck
aliens
fucking
and shit.
minding Mars rocks,
Yeah, nigga, you out here? Yeah, you're real life Starfield,
full spacesuit,
full
fucking.
spacesuit,
damn.
sweating like hell. Gotta take your spacesuit off, mad as hell, singing Negro spirituals.
No, 'cause I'm the
Just
type-
singing Mars
I'm the type-
hymns.
I can only imagine there's other life over there too. Like you're gonna run into some different shit.
Oh, for sure.
Cause like this ain't the only. You know what I mean? Like if there's other planets,
There's other life.
there's
I feel like at this point in time, like
Yeah, somewhere out there, there
think
is
so.
100%.
there has to be.
There has to be.
it's not too hard to notice when something crashes into your planet, and then this fucking rolling machine is just rolling around everywhere you go, and you kind of notice that this
Man,
thing that
that shit's
spins.
in Arizona
That's
on a set of Rusty.
he said it's in Death Valley.
It's on a set of Rusty where that nigga Alec Baldwin shot that lady at.
R.I.P.
That's
that
right.
lady, man.
Yeah, that's where that shit is.
And one thing I was gonna say,
Same set.
one thing I was gonna say is like most importantly about that bridge conversation is R.I.P. the people that lost their lives on,
Oh,
right
100%.
on that
Yeah.
bridge.
RIP to any to the
Yeah,
families who lost their lives.
that's a tragedy.
No matter how it happened or what the situation was behind it, you know what I mean? That's definitely
It's
a tragic situation.
the light in it is that it was what up 1:30 in the morning. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But
Yeah, no, I mean and that's the other good thing I mean, not that there was
it's
anything
not
good
a,
about
yeah,
it.
exactly.
But that's the one of the more fortunate parts is like you said, the time of day. It wasn't rush hour traffic, and
They were blocking people off the
to your
bridge
point,
too.
like that's a major hub for them. Like
Mhm.
that's a big bridge
Yeah.
falling, so it could have been.
They noticed they knew the boat was coming, so they were blocking people
Yeah, as soon
off,
as
but
they-
they
as
were
soon as
like
they
things
figured
that
it
like
out,
they
yeah.
were like, all right, we're gonna try to get through.
Yeah,
It-
yeah. R.I.P. them folks.
Did you guys hear that the Mike Tyson and Paul? I don't know if it's Jake or Logan, but
It's
whoever's
Jake.
fighting them.
Yeah, I be getting them confused too. It's Jake.
Did you hear that their fight won't have a winner unless it's by KO or TKO? They're not going to have any refs or anything judging the
feel like
fight.
On
What?
one hand, Mike Tyson
Is that
still
real?
got. I feel like Mike Tyson
That's
still
what
got
I
fight
read.
left in him, but then again, that's like Jake Paul's a man that's kind of like necessarily at his age for what he's doing
Bruh.
in his prime, just gonna be beaten on like a
Mike
60,
Tyson.
like 50, 60.
He's not gonna be beaten on.
No,
Well, not
Mike
beating on him,
Tyson
but
is
not
gonna
beating on him, but like,
beat
that was the wrong
dog
word.
shit
That was
out of him.
Yeah, that was
I
the
don't-
wrong
I mean,
word.
I don't know what the outcome.
Mike
is, but
Tyson
Jake
just
Paul can
has
fight.
so much power still.
Jake Paul can fight too, though. Make no
Yeah,
mistake about it. Jake Paul is not. he's
yeah,
not-
yeah. I'm not saying
All I
he
would say
can't
is
fight.
that dude is old. Though.
Yeah.
You're old. You're old.
That's
I
what
don't-
you're,
nah, look,
you're
I'm
punching on a
telling you.
man where like eventually
No.
he's going to he's
No.
You
gonna
be seeing
gas
them
out.
videos, but they
He's
say the
gonna-
videos
listen,
were
he's
record- I
gonna
seen
get
something where
in
they said
there.
the videos were recorded
He's gonna
all
take the
time.
couple hits
They
he
were
gotta
full
take to
film,
put
bro.
them fucking heavy hitters on him. He gonna put them fucking paws on that boy. I'm telling you.
There was a
Nostalgia's
room. There was a
motherfucker.
rumor they were going to use headgear, but they cleared that up. They were like, "No, we're not using no
Nostalgia's a
headgear."
motherfucker.
I'm telling you. Y'all can.
This is the thing about boxing. Like you can fight till you're older. Like George Foreman fought a long ass time. He
How
was
old
older.
Bro,
Mike?
he didn't even have a
You gotta be
chance
touching
against
60.
Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva had
Look
to
at Manny
take the
Pacquiao.
dive for him to win that.
He
Manny
had to be
Pacquiao is a
touching
prime
60.
example.
Anderson Silva's probably 40.
Yeah,
Mike's
that's
probably
true.
60.
I
Yeah,
bet you
but
if
Mike
Mayweather
is
was
I
three
never
like,
seen a
times
real
the
Mike Tyson
size of
25.
Silva.
if Mayweather was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, Pac, let's fight
That's
one
true.
more time," he'd be like, "Yeah, let's do it." You know?
This is the thing about that. Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
He's not gonna knock Mike. I mean, he might not.
You might knock Mike
He-
out.
he
He's
might not.
old,
It's
dog.
boxing. Anybody can get knocked out.
You'll
but
put your money on Mike? You're putting your money on Mike?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you put your money on Mike.
Yeah.
He's 60.
Bro,
He's 60, but he
Boxing's
would,
so
listen,
long.
all right, so let him left hook you to the fucking chin.
Jake Paul's
Yeah,
not
but he's
us.
not. Yeah,
I'm not
let's
Jake
start.
Paul,
yeah,
bro.
let's
He
start with
trains
that.
for this shit.
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
Don't
If
matter.
Mike Tyson
He's a rich
punches me,
dude
I'm
that-
Don't matter, bro. A
he's
heavy
holding
hit
my
to the
clothes
chin
with me,
is
yeah.
a heavy hit to the chin.
I've
It
seen him
don't
fight.
fucking
Though.
matter.
I've seen him fight though. Like he's not no scrub.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I
I've seen him
understand.
fight.
I'd get
I
$100
understand
if
that.
ever to take a Mike Tyson punch in this.
Yeah, that's
room
stupid.
right now.
Why would you do
Like,
Mike, how's he
There's no
going to?
reason.
He first off, we got to remember.
If I
they're
had to take a
fighting.
punch from Jake Paul or Mike Tyson, I would pick Jake Paul over Mike Tyson.
right now?
absolutely.
I don't want to get hit by none of them.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
just
want
me.
punch. at the
Because
end of
while
the
Jake
day.
Paul's gonna hit me hard, bro, Mike is just a whole nother animal.
He was.
Nah, he still is.
He
I'm
was.
telling
He's not 19-year-old Mike Tyson.
No, he's not. He's not his prime, but
Yeah.
that boy's still got them fucking hands.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
telling-
no, yeah. You don't want to get hit by him.
He's
for
gonna hit
sure.
you way harder than Jake will.
Yeah, at this
Yeah,
point in time,
25-year-old
at this point in
Jake
time,
Paul.
he's throwing
No, I
concrete at
believe
you. He's
so.
not throwing hands at you.
You
I
gotta
believe
realize the
so.
training and shit. That the difference in these cats, like
Think about his
preparation
mind state.
matters.
He'll probably get PTSD. Just start tweaking. Like
Preparation matters, but he's gonna come out. He might swing in the first round.
I think
He's
the early
60.
rounds, he's gonna look great.
Yeah, he's 60.
Mike Tyson's one of them niggas. He fights you and
How many
starts
rounds? Is
crying.
it?
I think it's all 12, but they're 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, they did drop the time on him and shit. Gotta go grab
Well,
a water.
if it's all 12, then I mean he's gonna.
I
get
got
gassed.
Jake.
He's gonna get gassed or something.
I got Jake in 8.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
TKO.
Like I'm not taking
Mike
nothing
Tyson's
away.
never been able to go long rounds. Though.
I'm
That's
not
his
taking
fight.
nothing away from his strength, or I'm not taking nothing away from his knowledge in the boxing ring. You know what I'm saying? But he is at an age where Jake Paul, in his at his prime, where at his age,
No, I
he's
think we're all in
going to
agreement about
gas
that.
him out for
Except
sure.
Jesse doesn't believe it, but I think we're all in agreement of that.
I'm
is,
saying
is Jake
video-
Paul going to take some fucking punches along
Yeah.
that way? Absolutely. Is
Yeah.
one of them might be.
But he's
the one
probably
to
got
take
hit
him out?
harder in training and shit. Though.
I don't know. about
I'm
that.
seeing
You ain't
videos
punching
where they're
like Mike
saying
Tyson.
Jake Paul's getting like paying for the best juice and whatever. Like they're saying like he's really trying to beat a one.
Yeah, he's probably training with some of the best fighters.
Water slush.
Oh, that's the best. As long as,
So
you feel me? That's where you wanted it.
You could have dropped one of them Gatorade packets.
Right in the middle. Yeah, I mean, training with motherfuckers like Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? He's probably got the best boxers. He's probably got the best boxers training him. So he's getting hit like he's getting hit by Tyson. So
He probably trained with Mike before.
yeah, they know each other.
Yeah,
for
he's
sure.
probably like, we're about to make 30 million a piece, Mike. Let's
Yeah, I'm
just do
pretty
it.
sure last time they sparred, Tyson hit him and almost made him throw up.
I feel like you
That'd be
just said-
for the blogs, man.
You want to look it up? We definitely got.
I just seen Ryan Garcia knock his sparring partner out yesterday.
I just seen a rapper knock out motherfucking just somebody. See, look at this. Jesse's trying to find where Tyson punched Jake Paul. So we're looking for that currently.
Jake got so big.
This ain't the footage, bro.
No, I'm saying he got so big. From
No. What you mean, like
Man's put on
like
20
his
minute
stature,
video.
or you mean like
Just like
Oh,
been
yeah,
in the
yeah,
gym,
no,
like
he's
you could
definitely
just
big as
see it,
fuck,
like from
yeah.
when he first started YouTube
yeah?
and boxing and shit.
They say Jake Paul is like a serious. He's serious about boxing. Like he really wants to
I believe it.
be a fighter.
Which one told me?
I don't know, bro. I'll be getting.
In my honest
confused.
opinion, I
Me
feel like
too.
there's kind of a curse that comes from kind of getting famous on YouTube when you're young, or like TikTok when you're young, and like things like that. Because think about like Jake Paul and like the people that have tried to like prosper into like different lanes from them
yeah.
eras,
Yeah.
where you're there, you're kind of always known for that. You know what I mean? So people don't necessarily want to take you serious. But
Whenever
then
you approach other
when you-
fields, yeah.
when you turn into an egotistical maniac like Jake Paul, it's kind of like hard to like you in any
Is he-
aspect.
I don't
altogether.
really know much about bro besides like the shit that you be just seeing, like the fights. I don't even know where. I know he's involved with Prime some type of way, right? Is he the
No,
owner of
that's
Prime?
his brother. That's Logan.
Oh, okay, that's Logan. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't even really know much about them besides what you see on the mainstream news, and they be fighting motherfuckers. Just some sparring footage of Tyson. I mean, who's he sparring with too, though? I mean, it's going to be a good fight for the first four to 6 rounds.
I really think he might just catch a case of PTSD.
Yeah, see, they're
bro.
homies. Look, they're smirking and shit. And they're about to get a bag.
I'll probably watch it.
Yeah, everybody gonna be tuned in. And that's the thing about Jake Paul. He got it to where he's like a villain. Like people want to see him get knocked out. Like people were buying pay-per-views just to see him get knocked out.
Them boys market like no other. I don't
It's
even
brilliant.
know.
That's what they're buying. That's why they're buying it.
Them dudes got
Shit.
on. I don't even know how they got on.
Famous for being famous.
It's not like they were doing like what Mr. Beast was doing.
Right.
Look at this man. You really think Jake Paul got a chance against this man?
Absolutely.
He's
Now show-
57.
This is 3 years ago though. Now show Jake Paul sparring.
It's about to.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, bro. It ain't no telling. No, I love Tyson, bro. I'm a big fight fan, like especially like the classic fighters like your Tysons, Roy Jones Jr.'s, Bernard Hopkins. We was talking about, and that's the thing about boxing too. You can fight until you're an older age, but 60 is crazy. But Bernard Hopkins didn't start fighting until he was 40, or late 30s, because he was in jail.
60s is double that though.
That's what I'm saying. 60. 60-60. Y'all tuned into the March Madness?
I've been tuned in. I'm about to go watch it after this.
Yeah. Who you like? Who you got in your Final Four? You do a bracket?
No, because
Yeah,
it makes me
right.
not be able to enjoy it. You know what I mean? I stopped gambling and doing all that. But it just makes me not. You know what I mean? Makes me watch the game different.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. I want this money or I want to win. Yeah.
Yep. No, I love doing brackets for that reason. It makes me more interested, like, because you got something to cheer for. Even the games that you may not be invested in, you're like, damn, I want to see this team win for that
for
reason.
sure.
See,
I saw
never got
Duke,
into the brackets or anything like
Real?
that. Yeah,
Elite Eight.
I've never been sports heavy.
Tennessee. Who's playing tonight? Alabama.
No, Alabama played. They just knocked off.
North Carolina. Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. Grant Nelson. But who the fuck plays tonight? I was just looking
Let's
at
find
it.
out real quick who played tonight. Find out real quick. Yeah, man. I had UNC, I had North Carolina, I had Duke, I got Purdue and UConn in the finals.
Yeah, UConn. UConn plays today.
UConn's nasty. They're playing right now.
They're saying they're supposed to win it all.
UConn's playing Duke right.
No,
UConn's
not
playing-
Duke.
No, this woman's. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. That's the woman's. Clemson's playing Alabama right now.
Yeah, yep, Alabama.
Clemson's playing Alabama. Yeah, but I like Purdue and UConn in the championship. And I got Purdue taking it
Because of the big guy.
because of Edie. Yeah. Yeah, I'm my homie at work, man. I got a friend at work. Shout out Alex. I got a friend at work that's a big Penn State basketball fan, right? And I ain't never messed with Penn State basketball. And he started taking me to games with him, and we get great seats when we go there. We're like courtside, like, on the floor, so it's super fun. So it turned me into a Penn State fan. I rock with Penn State and Big Ten basketball heavy. So I got to see, like, I watched a lot of Purdue this year because I'm such a Big Ten fan, and they really got a squad this year. Like, they really got a squad. Even outside of Edie,
I would never trust Purdue.
I wouldn't either.
But
this year's different.
Purdue.
But UConn's blowing teams out.
Yeah, they're saying
UConn's
UConn's
different.
unbeatable.
Yeah, UConn's different. So it's gonna be a good one for sure.
Duke's out there playing ball.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Duke's always
Just got rid of Houston.
Yeah, Duke's Duke, man.
Tennessee just beat Creighton, right?
Yep. Yeah, Tennessee. I had them in the Elite Eight. Got them in the Elite Eight. So
Tennessee.
These
programs is in here. Yeah, there's some programs in there.
It's been an interesting season.
All good programs.
All good. All the classic programs. The ones you're used to seeing in there. You say you ain't never really messed with the sports?
No, I ain't never really been like I've been in and out on it, like especially when it comes to like football. Football is kind of like one of the ones I
think living around here, you got to have like some type of feeling about football. That's what I'm saying. That's probably why you. Feel
I would say I'm not super like Steeler heavy. Like I'm not like everybody else. Like my whole family is like Steeler this, Steeler that. There's a couple outliers. Like I know one of my cousins is like a Patriot fan. Yeah, I've always preferred the Ravens.
Yeah,
just kind of like
you still love the Steelers though. This is the thing about it. People that grow up around here, I don't care what you say.
They be hating.
I don't care what you say.
No, I'm not hating.
I don't care what
that's
they say.
The one thing about it is like
there's a piece of you inside of you that's like, I love that black and gold, how that shit look. Like
I hope they win.
I'm not one of them ones that are like, oh fuck the Steelers, this, that, and the third.
Even if you were though, those people love the Steelers too somewhere.
But like,
you don't grow up around here and see the championships. Like we have one of the best NFL. That's why when I go out of town and I tell people where I'm from, they're like, "You a Steelers fan?" I'm like, "Bro, I didn't even know there were other teams."
Yeah.
Like we have such a rich history in football, and this area has such a rich history in football. But we have such a rich history in football with the Steelers program. Like, bro, how do you not love that?
When the Steelers were like heavy in like this, when the Steelers, when the Steelers were heavy in the Super Bowl and shit like that, I was playing video games and everything. Yeah. So like I was never like.
But you know what was going on though.
No, not really. I was oblivious.
You know we was winning. You know what was happening.
I heard about it because of my parents and shit. Like I'd have to go to my uncle's crib for like the Super Bowl and shit.
You can't escape it. You can't escape it.
The only Super Bowl I could genuinely remember is the one where it was the Steelers and the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, the one we lost.
That's it. But and see, I'm not like oh yeah, y'all lost that one. But
that was the last one we was in.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the last one we was in?
Yeah.
That's kind of like when I was like, okay, football. Like, let me start tapping in a little bit.
No,
Okay, football.
No, there's nothing wrong with sports. I think sports is it's another icebreaker. Like how we was talking about how Bud, like people get together around Bud. Sports another one of those things. You might be on a plane with a stranger
At a
and they
bar
got a
or something.
jersey on or a hat on. You be like, oh, you like so and so? You don't have nothing in common. Like, oh yeah, I do. You just it's a whole conversation that done grew from that.
At a bar or something, and they got
Yeah.
the game on or some shit. Like
Yeah.
you're just sitting there talking to somebody, making conversation.
Conversation.
Yeah, that's all that is.
It's an icebreaker. It's a great icebreaker. So I like. It's cool to know about different shit. It's good to be versed. Like you don't have to like sports, but have something in your pocket.
Believe it or not, working a job where I have like a lot of like service calls where I'm going like house to house, kind of like doing that what we need to do.
Yeah.
I break the ice a lot with like video games with like people that are like
That's another one.
significantly older than me.
Yeah.
Like I'll walk in their house, I'll see like a computer sitting somewhere, and I'll be like, "Oh, you got this?" Like I've noticed just that because I was lighting up and this, that, and third. They'll be like, "Yeah, well, like I dabble this, that," and I'll talk. That's how I'll talk to them and like navigate through
Was
the
that
service.
was
call.
that like your thing growing up? You was a
Yeah,
gamer?
video games, man. I'm still
Yeah.
on it.
What was your first game?
My first game? Damn, that's a long time ago. I remember.
You gotta remember though, you was playing that bitch to death.
He said, "How y'all feel about Russ going there?"
Russ being our quarterback,
Yeah,
feel great. Just came from Kenny Pickett's bum ass.
yeah, we're about to be all right this year.
Yeah,
I ain't
let's
gonna
say,
lie to
There's
niggas.
no chemistry, but I feel like he'll manage.
What
No,
you mean no chemistry?
They'll develop that.
Yeah,
They
that's
won-
what I'm saying. Like that's why I say I think
Mike
he'll manage.
Tomlin.
Like,
Mike Tomlin's our head coach.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah.
Chemistry is that's
no,
a given.
Michael. That's
The best.
that's the main thing I respect about the Steelers is the coach. Where it's like,
Sure,
he's
yes.
like, if you're not up to my level of like how we want to
Standard's the
play,
standard.
yeah, and you're out of there.
That boy Mikey.
Standard's the standard.
But yeah,
I love
need
Arthur
power in the
Smith.
seat.
I love Russell Wilson being our quarterback. I love Justin Fields as our backup.
Arthur
Justin Fields
Smith.
is the future.
Arthur Smith knew.
I'm not even mad at Art. This is the thing. People were mad at his head coaching job. He did it with the Falcons, but remember what he did before he got there. He was an offensive coordinator. Everybody can't be a head coach.
I mean, the Falcons didn't have a quarterback and they were winning.
And that part.
They didn't have a quarterback.
That part. They had Desmond Ritter.
He didn't
And
draft
he just
him.
he just got going. So I mean, I feel real good about our quarterback room. You know what I mean? And I still say this is what I say. I think we draft a quarterback still late rounds, nobody in the early rounds, because we got to get a receiver still and we got to address the offensive line. But I think we still draft a quarterback late.
I feel like that's the lane the Steelers are kind of trying to take this year is real offensive because like during the draft, you've seen they were picking up a lot of offensive or at least in the defensive aspect, it was to aid the offense.
Yeah, the free agency, we definitely we took care of a lot of needs, but I think the draft is going to tell the story.
Omar, let's see what he's about. I like him.
Oh, Omar Khan,
He's going crazy.
he's going crazy. That's funny because
he's just fun that we never had this.
No, never. This is the most exciting. That's what I said.
Yeah.
This is the most exciting free agency or offseason that I've had since being a Steelers fan.
Niggas went and grabbed Pat Queen,
Man,
Justin Fields, Russ on the minimum.
yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You ain't never seen no moves like that. And yeah, we grabbed one of the best middle linebackers in the game, and we were weak at middle linebacker. So you addressed your needs like in a major way. So we can't help but to be better.
We got a starting safety.
Did we?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
we grabbed him. They said we were going to get Justin Simmons, but this dude,
I remember.
I can't remember
Justin
his
Simmons
name.
talk. I think I do know what you're talking about.
They grabbed, but they said his numbers are better than his, and he's
For
way
real?
cheaper. Yeah, so
Oh well, yeah. Say less. Our defense is going to be so nasty. You already got Alex Highsmith returning. You got TJ Watt returning. Cam coming back. I like Keanu Benton, the rookie from last year.
He's a beast.
Right.
We
You feel me?
home run.
Home run.
Nick Herbig is gonna be our third in rotation. Got Minka on the back end still. JPJ is the number one.
Oh man,
Let's talk about it.
how exciting is that?
Let's talk about it.
How exciting is that?
Elandon
So-
Roberts had a good year last
He did
year
have
of
a good
stuffing the
year.
run.
And we'll see if Holcomb comes
We'll
back.
get
If he
Cole
comes
back.
You look lost. To shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
He, don't
none
fuck
of
with,
this
he
shit.
said he don't fuck with the Steelers. He was like you. He wasn't.
I'll just be listening.
No, we was
soaking
just
it up.
I
addressing
like
the people,
halfway
though.
understand. Like,
No,
like
we
you.
just addressing the people though. But for sure, I did want to get in the game, and you got to tell me what was your first video game?
It was some old, like it wasn't some old shit. Cause like,
Well, yeah, it's your first one.
I'm trying to think of like my first game because there was times where I was like, oh man, like I'm thinking of the times like I used to.
What was
play
the first game
GameCube.
that you went crazy on? You was playing to the late hours.
I'd have to say Saints Row 2.
Saints Row was fire.
Saints Row 2. The Saints Row series was probably it. But
Saints
then
Row
again,
was
like
fire.
I like Saints Row 1. Like the more I think about the games I've played throughout the years, I'm just like, man, it goes even further back than that. Because I remember playing like Crash Bandicoot on the GameCube.
Yeah,
like I
Yeah,
said.
I played.
But I played
Crash and
Nintendo
Tetris and
64. I
shit.
remember having the cartridges and playing like the old WWEs and shit like that.
Yeah. What was it for
Playing
you,
Dunk Hut, or I said Dunk Hut.
Oh, dude,
Duck
I
Hunt.
remember. I think one of my
What?
first systems was
I don't remember that.
it was a learning like gaming console. It was
Yeah.
called the Pico, PICO.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that one.
My first console was the regular Xbox, I think.
Mhm.
It's the
See,
first
like, yeah,
original
I was thinking
Xbox.
about that. I was
What
thinking
was you
that was
playing?
probably my first console I
Me?
had.
Yeah.
I was playing Crash Bandicoot and shit. The game that came with it for a long time. Then I got introduced to sports. Then I was playing like NCAA football, Madden, you know, and NBA Inside Drive 03 with Paul. I think it was AI or Paul Pierce on the cover.
Bro, that fucking
Streets.
And yeah,
What was
NBA
the one you
Street.
said?
Yeah,
But then I had like Super Nintendo and all that shit.
Yeah, Mario, all that shit.
oh,
I
Super
played
Nintendo
that.
was the see. Yeah, I'm
The
older than y'all.
SNES,
My first game was the Nintendo
the NES,
NES, the
yeah.
original Nintendo.
Now see, like we had an
I ain't
Atari,
probably
but I didn't really play it because we had also had the Super Nintendo. So
yeah, no, you didn't even want to play the Atari after you started fucking with that shit.
yeah,
And the
I fucked
Nintendo, I played Super Mario 3 was the end all
With the
be all,
raccoon tail.
with the raccoon tail,
I feel
and
like-
fireballs.
Nintendo wise, I feel like my favorite game was Luigi's Haunted Mansion.
yeah, Luigi's Mansion for
I
GameCube.
don't even know if I can remember one name of a game on there. Like, what
On
was the
Nintendo?
racing game? Mario Kart.
Mario Kart,
Like,
yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
You know?
Mario Kart was popping.
I didn't really
Dude, I
play
had a
Nintendo.
Sega
though.
CD.
Played it
I
at
had
like
a Sega
daycare and
Saturn. I ain't had a Sega CD, but I had the Sega Saturn.
Or like Sega Dreamcast.
shit. Sega Genesis.
Are y'all Xbox?
Sega Genesis.
Are y'all? Well,
I think I had a Sega.
I can't
I got
ask you
both.
that. You have everything.
I
but
got
fucking-
both. I got an Xbox and a PS, but I prefer the PlayStation. I always been.
I got
a
the
PlayStation.
5. I used to be a Microsoft guy, but I was like, I don't even want to talk.
I'm play,
About
Yeah,
I got-
PlayStation.
I'm
But-
PlayStation and
I got
PC. So
I got Game Pass.
I
stuff
actually
for
have all
Xbox.
three. I got a PC.
yeah,
too.
that's what I said. Like
See,
you
I
got
don't,
everything.
I don't play
so-
PC. I need to though. I heard the mods and shit be crazy on PC.
Yeah, man, you gotta be
way
careful,
crazy.
I don't ever have time to play nothing.
Either.
Yeah, I'm
I'll play.
sitting here in my head debating like, man, do I want to go home and play the game? But
What you be playing now?
I play. What was I playing? I play a lot of Helldivers. Like that's the game. Like I even put Jesse onto it. We still got to play. By
Yeah,
the way,
I played for all of 2 days and then didn't really have
What's that?
It's like it's a big ass concept. It'd be something I gotta like.
It's like RPG.
I was always
It's like a third person shooter. Like you're just kind of like a little soldier turning around. You got to complete little objectives throughout the game. Well,
Was this on console or
it's on PlayStation and PC. Xbox ain't got it.
okay?
But
I might
I
grab
play.
that joint. I'll be bored as hell.
I play a lot of I play a lot of RPGs. I play a lot of like fucking first person shooters, just like simulations, like shit like that. Like it's called Ready or Not. It's like a SWAT simulator. I fuck with that game heavy.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab that GTA 6 when it drops.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I was
I was
had
always
to.
GTA over the same.
I was a
12.
heavy GTA 5 head.
I was GTA 4. Nico, I like all that shit. San
haven't
Andreas,
played.
Vice
Yeah,
City.
but-
Yeah,
I had
haven't
the PSP.
played
Let's
since
go.
San Andreas.
Oh, GTA 5 was so fire, bro.
I
It's
pre-ordered
so
it.
fire.
Y'all ain't like 4? I like 4.
No, 4's hard.
4's
4 was
cool.
definitely
Yeah,
it's a
4.
classic. That's gonna
Yeah,
go.
no,
I like them all.
Yeah, I like
But-
them all.
San Andreas was crazy.
At one point,
San Andreas was definitely crazy.
Like I like them all. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really do the concepts of the ones before. Like I didn't go through the missions for real, me personally.
yeah.
But like the 4 up, it's
I
4 and
played all
5.
them
I
shit.
guess.
Five
I played
played
it. San Andreas. I played.
I played GTA 3 bro, when this shit was just like some crazy looking shit.
The
And that
first
shit was
Grand
fire.
Theft Auto.
Yeah, I played. Was that when
When
they
it
do
was
do
a bug.
do?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I
That shit was
played
fire.
it.
Yeah, it was
I
a
just
bug
didn't do
you
game.
the
gotta know
concept.
Grand
Yeah,
Theft
yeah.
Auto was made by mistake. It was a bug in the code about the police, so they kind of just based it off that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, for real. You can look it
I
up.
didn't know that.
I might be wrong on like some of the lore, but like it was definitely like an accident on how what GTA turned
I'm
into.
glad they did what the fuck they did. I'll tell you
GTA
that.
5 went down as the most popular game in history at one
Oh, I
point.
believe that.
Like it was the most purchased game in history.
Bro, that's the
I beat that.
I know
shit in
it is. I
24
bought it
hours.
like
I
4
grabbed that
times.
shit.
because it's so addictive. You don't want to get off of that bit. That's one of those games that make you think like, yo, this shit could be a simulation. Like they did such a good job with that game that got you questioning real life.
Mhm.
Like
They had the
I fuck with
therapist, all this shit.
they had a therapist on there. Like I fuck with Fallout real heavy.
Yeah, I'm a Fallout head too.
And like that should be having me questioning. Like when I first got on Fallout, like my brother kept on telling me, like, you gotta play this.
What is it?
Fallout is like a post-apocalyptic
It's a
like
RPG.
zombie,
Shit.
but it's an RPG, yeah. But you can like it's fire, bro. Like
What's RPG mean again?
Role playing game.
yeah, so you're like
You don't gotta
you're a
role
character.
play,
You're like
play,
you're like
but-
GTA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're trying to save the world type. Like you ever see The Walking Dead?
Yeah,
It's like The Walking Dead. You're like in
I'm
The
about to
Walking
go
Dead.
grab that.
That shit's hard, bro.
Why
You
not?
know, I
man?
had dreams
when you
about that
first-
shit when I first started
The
playing.
game, I be trying not
I
to
was
play
in
that
that
shit.
shit.
You're in
bro.
there dreaming about super mutants and shit
Yeah,
like
bro,
that.
I'm
You're
in
like,
it.
oh no, man, I
I'm
need
in
to
it.
quit playing this game.
But it's one of those games that make you be like, yo, this is a simulation. Like we're currently in the simulation right now
No,
because of how dope they got the shit like interactive. Like you're talking with people, they're saying
there's
different,
a fun fact.
different shit to you.
There's
Fallout-
online of that shit.
In Fallout 76, the one that's in
Fallout
West Virginia,
76.
there I think if you go to like the Morgantown side of the map, I think they said there's one little part of it that's on like the Fayette County line.
Yeah,
I think so. Don't quote me on that. I
Quote
heard
me on
that.
Y'all heard,
I heard
y'all heard Sensei say that.
I would say I heard that from a friend when I was in high school when that game first came out and he was playing it heavy. I don't know if he was like,
You heard it here first.
hey,
I believe it because that area is like
It's right there.
Creepy
from
anyway.
I've
Yeah,
always said
we
I've
want some
always said
creepy
West
shit.
Virginia
Yeah,
is
we're
not a
creepy
state.
as
It's
hell
just like
anyway.
DLC
Keep
for
my
Pennsylvania. That's the way I've always
But,
looked at it.
but Elon Musk said, like, he was like, imagine, he said, think about how dope video games are now. He's like, and if we just keep going on and keep going on 100 years later, like, what are video games going to look like in 100 years?
I don't
Can
know.
you even fathom that, bro?
I don't
the
even
way- the
think
way
that
the
we
world
would
leaders be
actually-
talking.
VR.
The way the
yeah.
world leaders be talking, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if some random shit be happening in these cities. Like because we don't see it, we don't hear it as much.
Yeah.
Like you go to these cities and shit, and then watch their news, and just watch what's coming through their feeds and shit.
Be some whole different
It'd be
shit.
different shit. Like I'm
Yeah.
nervous a little bit. You know what I mean? Like
You know, like
hold on, they're talking
there are
about
video
we're on
games
red
that
alert
base
in
their maps
Los
off
Angeles.
like Google Maps
I
and
shouldn't
shit
even
like
be
that.
here
Like if
right
you
now.
go on
I
like
know.
flight simulators or like there are some VR games where like you're like going around or like flying around, like you can go to your own crib and shit like that.
Yeah, I feel like at that point we're gonna have like helmets
100 years?
Full-
that
it wouldn't
You're
even be
talking about
helmets. I feel like it
that
would be like
link up.
The
100
Matrix.
years
They're
from
talking
now. It'd be
just
like a full on
full
chamber.
on, yeah, like full on simulation. Like you put a helmet on, you lay in bed, and your brain is
Oh, episode of
transformed.
Rick and Morty.
No,
They're
not
talking
even.
about-
That's Sword
They're
Art
talking
Online.
about,
Yeah.
where, like,
they're
you-
talking about you could die and be alive virtually now,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
right now,
And that's what I'm saying,
no,
bro. The
that's awesome.
simulation. Like we could be in that shit, bro.
right now.
You should play the Cyberpunk. You should play Cyberpunk.
Okay. Say less. I've been thinking
He
about that
said,
shit
okay.
anyway.
No, real shit.
Yeah,
Like
I've been
at
thinking
this,
about fucking
especially
playing
at
that.
this stage in its life. Like at
What's
first,
that?
when it's kind of like a.
They can
I
hack
would
and shit too.
I would
right?
say yeah. I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
say it's even hyper realistic, but it's like it's
It's like
basically
Ghost
like
Dog a little bit,
it's like-
right?
yeah,
Or not
it's-
Ghost Dog. What's that shit called?
Watchdog.
Watchdog.
that
nah,
that Rockstar game?
kind of
It's kinda
kind of
like
in the
Watchdog,
aspect of
yeah.
hacking, but like that's the only really thing you
Okay.
get from it. But you're it's basically like in the future where everything's kind of like robots and shit like that. Like there's floating cars, flying cars and shit like that. Everybody got like fucking robot arms. Like you can transplant whatever you want about like robots. I would have to tell you to watch a video on it to explain it to you because I'm too high to explain it because it's a really in-depth game. But then B, it's a lot. And
Cyberpunk.
yeah, Cyberpunk 2077.
I'm
Y'all-
about to
y'all
go
play
grab
that out
that
there?
Fallout tonight, man. Y'all's gonna make
Hey,
it.
listen.
You know?
You're not going to be mad. Fallout 4.
Fallout 4.
Make sure you get
I don't
Fallout
need to
4.
start from one or not. Huh?
Fallout 4.
No.
I'm gonna just do the
Eric.
missions and have fun.
I mean,
Eric said
only-
Cyberpunk was mid because it had too many bugs.
no.
Did it have a lot of glitches?
At the early stages, yes, but they've fixed it.
Okay.
They fixed it so much they've added things like, and they're just like, oh yeah, this is just to improve on this, that, and the third, and whatever. And then on top of that, it's something to improve on like the quality of life of the game. They
No,
won
I
an
mean, some
award.
games do be
They won an award for the best improvement, like for a video game.
Some games do be bugging out. Madden got this crazy glitch right now. If you play franchise mode, you get in the playoffs, they take all your starters out. except for your quarterback and your lineman.
That's what made me fall out of love with Call of Duty. Vanguard and Cold
Bro,
War.
that shit drives me wild.
Vanguard and Cold War. They were huge upsets for me. And yeah,
So you
that,
gotta
bro.
go into your death chart.
You can't get them.
In Cold War, there was a
I looked it up and Reddit had like a whole thing. Everybody's pissed about it.
in Cold War there was a glitch so bad. Like when you tried to play the mission, your controller stopped working. Like no matter what. Like you had to turn off your PlayStation and turn it back on in order.
You probably think your shit fucked up.
Yeah, like, honest to God. And I thought it was just like a me thing, and then my roommate got to it, and he was like, "Oh no, my controller's not working either."
Fuck that. Look, we look lit.
Oh, I'm tore up. Ain't gonna lie.
No,
Good sleep tonight.
Now Fallout 4 is the one you want.
I'm about to go play that shit.
Be patient on the first, like this, the tutorial part. So that shit's stupid. But
I've heavily modded Fallout 4, man.
You know what I mean?
But it's like it ain't like duty or nothing. The LT, RT.
Well, yeah, when it comes
More or
to
less.
shooting and shit
Yeah,
like
more or
that,
less.
yeah, like
Yeah,
it's
man.
just, when
I know how to play.
it's
most
open
shit.
world.
Yeah,
You just run around.
You don't know. It's gonna feel right.
Yeah, you just run around. You do missions for people. You go and
But you
talk
could
to
build
people.
your own crib. Like you could build your own little like.
Yeah, I mean, when
Listen,
I get
Marvin,
into games,
you would
I
love
used to
the
play
mods, bro.
shit.
There's a mod.
Huh?
It's called Sim Settlements. It's basically a
Sims?
whole mod about
Have
you
you ever
basically
played
put
Sims?
these little these little plots down. Like it's like
Yeah.
the prefabs and the
Oh shit!
the settlers. I couldn't think of the word. Yeah. They build their own cribs. They build their own businesses and shit like that. There's a whole story that goes along with it, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That's
for the console. I mean, that's for the CP. You gotta do all the mods.
Yeah.
I play on the Xbox stuff. Fallout.
See, you can get mods on the Xbox though. You know that, right?
I did, but I don't. You know what I mean?
They're not like it's kind of like tuned down. You know what I mean? Like you can't do everything that you need to because it gets to a point where like you're changing code in the game and everything like that. Like
and it starts glitching crazy then too. Don't it?
When you're watching them YouTube videos, like them dudes with like the crate, it looks like it's real life type shit, or like when it's nighttime, it's pitch black and they got the crazy real life guns and shit. Yeah, that's changing code and like modifying everything. That's they created that shit on their own or somebody else did and they just got the file for it.
I fuck with that shit. Bro.
I fucked my computer up modding games, bro. Yeah,
going crazy.
Yeah,
that's the thing about gaming. Like sometimes I'll be sitting there feeling like I'm wasting time. Like man, I gotta be doing something different. Like I gotta be more productive. Like it's cool because I think about it like this.
Cool to do at night.
Yeah, like it's better than me going out and spending money being at a bar on some stupid shit or whatever else I'll be doing to entertain myself. But it's also like I could be way more productive if I was.
But then you'll see some shit.
Even though the bad things can happen, good things can happen too.
Yeah, no, 100%. You can meet somebody.
You'll be playing the game.
You're 100% right about that.
Nothing can happen.
You said talk about
in your crib playing the game. Yeah, absolutely not.
You said talking about spending money. You said talking about not spending money, man. You'll see some shit on the game. Like you'll be playing something. You'll see some shit on the game. You're like for instance, you're playing Fallout. You're playing Fallout, and you're like, oh man,
I don't do that.
DLC.
Nope.
You ain't never played the Fallout DLC?
I don't pay for nothing.
Fam.
Listen,
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not paying for any in-game nothing.
No, real shit, Marley. Because when it comes to the Fallout DLC, you're not just getting like, you're just getting like character shit, or you're not getting weapons or anything like that. I think it's like 4 whole new stories, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
I'm not paying extra.
How much is the DLC?
It depends on where you go. When it comes to a PC, like I go on websites where
if I wanted to grab
it probably costs you at this point in time. I mean, Fallout 4 has been out for since like 2014.
Yeah, it's
been like 10 years. So like I'd say probably like at the very most you probably have to pay like $60, $70
with both.
For there's like multiple. There's like 5 or 6 DLCs.
Yeah, it'll probably be like Ultimate Collection for like $50.
Yeah, you can just buy the Ultimate Edition for like 40.
I bought that. Yeah, I bought those. Like,
So you've been to Nuka World.
So that's the thing. Yeah, I've been to Nuka. That's the thing. I don't even know because it came with my shit. So
So that's all DLC.
I got the Nuka World and the island, the one island.
I remember finding like that's what I was saying. Like, yo, bro, like you gotta play the DLC.
I'm lying. Yeah, those are fine. DLCs are definitely fire.
I think Fallout New Vegas is probably my favorite Fallout, just because it's a nostalgia thing. I remember playing it with my brother when I was young. That's the first Fallout that I got introduced to.
See, y'all are gonna hate me for this, but even though I'm a huge gamer, I've never played any of the Fallout.
That's cool.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
You about to go play it?
If I
played any of the Fallouts, bro.
It's only on.
I find that hard to believe. No, it's on Xbox.
If I had to choose, I pick Skyrim over Fallout.
What
Oh,
about that?
Bro, I used to
Uncharted
love
shit? That's still hard?
Skyrim
I
though.
heard Skyrim is official.
Skyrim
Is
was my
Uncharted
shit.
still hard? I used to play it in the game.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the game room. I only ever played one
Yeah,
level.
Uncharted's
I've
hard.
never played it, but I see my homie play it.
Yeah.
It made me want to play that shit.
It's kind of like
Let's
it's
see.
one of like
That shit was fire.
what would you consider like Uncharted, where it's just like a directed storyline, like you can't really free roam.
yeah. Like
No,
that
see,
or
that's
Hitman.
that's like a MMO RPG where it's like you got like multiplayer, you can play with your friends, but it's still like a role playing.
But you typically like what'd you say it was? Assassin's Creed?
He said
Yeah.
Uncharted.
Okay, I can
was
get
the
all
one he
the
was-
Fallouts
Oh,
on here.
okay. Uncharted's different a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's a shooter, but it's not like it's like an action game. That's what we consider that.
Which Fallout would be the one?
Fallout 4,
Yeah.
Fallout
What's that
New Vegas,
76 shit right there?
Fallout
What's that New
76?
Vegas?
that's a lot. Fallout 76. It's more multiplayer based.
Yeah,
like
that's-
you want
you
some
know,
homies.
What's
to
the
play
game
that.
I played? It
Fallout
was
3
called
is good.
Vegas.
I just don't like it. It's not even I don't
Mhm.
like it, but
It was a game I played on there. It was called
You
something
can play the
Vegas.
trailer, ain't it?
Sniper
There ain't no
6.
trailer.
What was that shit called, man?
oh yeah, probably that's
I
probably
know
what it
what
was
you're
called,
talking
like Sniper
about.
6 or
That shit
Sniper
was
Hunter or some
hard
shit.
back in the
Is this
day
going to do it justice?
on the 360.
We're watching a Fallout trailer.
What was that?
Fallout
shit?
4 trailer came out 10 years ago.
What's that shit?
You ever play
You
Oblivion?
know the game I'm talking about? You can have other players on it. You kick
Battlezone?
No. At once I know the game. Rainbow.
Oh, Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six.
Yeah,
Vegas.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
like the,
Rainbow Six.
Your
Yeah,
Navy
my-
SEAL.
Shout out my
Yeah,
homie T,
yeah.
man. T's like my right hand man. Fuck, that's all we used to play when we was younger.
See, this ain't doing it no justice. This is
No,
like
it
some
ain't
other
doing it no
shit.
justice. It's kind of like a little ad for
Yeah, this ain't even.
what
This
be
ain't
going
nothing.
on.
It don't look
Yeah,
nothing like
that
what you
was-
about to see.
Those screenshots are what it would look like in the game, though.
Yeah, the screenshots are definitely.
How much is that shit? Look right there.
If you got game, no, you're
Yeah.
not on Xbox.
Okay.
You can probably get it for like 30,
And
40
bro, you can go anywhere. It's open world. You can go anywhere in there, but you're gonna
Yeah, I'm
see
gonna
some
download
shit.
it when I get home.
You're gonna have to fight.
I don't know.
You're gonna be in there
This is
sometimes
on
fighting
my,
for your
you're
life.
gonna see
Click
some
play.
shit.
Well, it's on my
Fighting for your
Game
life.
Pass.
Yeah.
Forgetting that you got
so
stim
can
pack,
play that.
forgetting that you
Yeah.
ain't get stim packs. You ever play on survival?
Yeah,
It's only
don't.
$20.
Survival take
but let's see.
for
I'll
survival. You need to eat. You need to drink. They take away fast travel from you.
$31.99.
Your
I'm
companion-
getting that one.
Your companions, if they go, like you know how like they can go
I
down.
get
like you
robots now. I'm on robots. I don't.
got- oh yeah.
Look, he
you
said,
making
"Oh,
them
Rainbow
crash
Six
out."
Vegas.
You crash.
They're going
He
ham.
said Tom Clancy.
That's how I know
All the
you're.
Tom Clancy joints.
Yeah, Splinter Cell. That,
Mhm.
what
Oh
was the
yeah,
other
Splinter
one?
Cell was
I
that
played
shit.
one where
Ghost Recon.
Ghost Recon.
Ghost
That
Recon
might
was-
have been
that's
one
another
of
Ghost
Tom
Recon's
Clancy.
crazy.
Recon, that
Ghost
would've been
Recon's
one.
crazy.
That was like the first.
In my
Halo
personal
or some
opinion.
shit.
And
Yeah.
how about Siphon Filter? What's the shit?
See, I
too?
never
And there
played
was
I never played that
SOCOM.
either.
I never
Yeah.
played
SOCOM
Siphon
was
Filter.
for the PS2.
Ghost Recon.
Snake. What was that shit called? The
Yo,
Oh, you're
Army
talking
of Two?
about
Metal Gear
Solid.
Y'all don't
yes.
know nothing about Army of Two. That's
Metal Gear
another
Solid.
thing. Like I
heard
said,
of it,
shout
I
out
ain't never
shout out
played
my
it.
man T. That's another game we used to play when we was young.
Ghost Recon.
We're the gamers. We know y'all gaming out there too. What y'all playing?
See, I
What was some of the
spent
first games y'all started
I
playing?
spent like 13 years playing World of Warcraft, something like that.
This nigga said Ghost
Y'all fuck
Recon.
with- y'all fuck with Duty?
Yeah, but too.
Yeah, I was a real duty head.
Yeah,
I used to
played,
fuck with MW2
I
and Black
played
Ops. Then I fell
semi-professional
off.
Warzone. So
Oh shit, he said semi-professional. I don't fuck with Duty. I played
fell
Duty.
off.
I played Duty back in the day. Like
MW2 was
Yeah.
undeniable.
that's where I was at,
What was in it? I forget the maps. I'm getting old.
bro.
High rise and all that shit.
Yes,
Skid Row.
them joints.
Whoa.
But after you don't play for so long, like you're trash. It ain't even fun playing because everybody's murking you. You're spawning constantly. Little kids are cussing you out because you're making their team weak. You know what I mean? I ain't got time for that.
I'd be eyed on this game.
I ain't got time for that.
Fall out. I'm about to have to go let my dogs out though.
For sure. We appreciate you. Damn. We appreciate you joining us tonight.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
y'all having me.
For
HG
sure.
Green on our platforms, man.
You gotta come
Bunch
back
of
for an
Blue
interview.
Studios
We'll
come
do it
fuck
real
with us.
proper.
No, we definitely should do that.
Yeah, we'll come back. We'll do it real proper with the interview. This is when we was just kicking it. We definitely got into a whole bunch of different topics tonight.
I'll see you later, my man. Be safe.
Always.
Easy, my boy.
Yeah, I think we had a great time tonight. We had a lot of people pull up.
Yeah, for
in the
sure.
comments.
For sure.
Bullshit with us. We had some real good conversation. We touched on some good topics. I'm just sitting here looking at
Different
random
games.
shit. Is this an RTS?
But yeah, so
Turn-based strategy.
we appreciate y'all joining us. Marley State of
Oh
Mind
yeah, it's kind of RTS.
podcast, Bunch of Bull Studios as always. Next week we'll be back with you with another guest. Until then, hey, we out.
Adios.